Everything has a breaking point. Its heart bleeds a thick, black tear. This is the silent scream of twisted metal. In the middle of life's flowing current, a life has stopped. The rescue begins, not with gentleness, but with the power of another machine clearing the remnants of the battle. Then the rescue giant appears, extending its arms. They bring it home, like a wounded warrior returning from battle. Its wounds are exposed under the sun. The spine is broken, a fatal injury. The examination begins through the eyes of the mechanic. You must go to the very end of the breakdown to find the path to rebirth. The operating table isn't in a sterile room. It's in the middle of the workshop. Fire is our tool, both to heal and to shape. In the hiss of metal, we rewrite its destiny. This silver scar will be stronger than the rest. Every detail is checked to ensure a perfect revival. And then it is ready for a new life. Rolling once more, carrying a legacy of resilience. But the cycle continues. Another axle needs to be healed. The flame is lit again. Every spark is a new heartbeat. The blinding light of creation, fierce and raw. The weld is applied, a promise of durability. This is work that demands trust and shared weight. The repaired heart is on its way home. The vehicle is lifted, ready for the transplant. Sometimes modern technology is just a phone to light the way. The braking system, the anchor of safety, is carefully dismantled. Fire and metal meet again in a dance of transformation. Once more, the sparks of life erupt. The new part is installed, a perfect fit down to the millimeter. The meticulousness of each step is a commitment to the long roads ahead. The wheel is removed, revealing the heart being healed, and then reinstalled like a final ritual. Every bolt tightened is a promise of safety. The work is repetitive, but each time is a new challenge. The fire still burns, the hands still work tirelessly. The symphony of hammers, wrenches, and metal continues. And then the surgery is complete. The giant is ready. Another patient, another ailment. The grease flows out like a confession of past exhaustion. The journey to take the broken component for treatment begins again. The cleansing process, washing away the traces of the past. Every small detail is examined under many eyes. Even the most stubborn bolts must yield to persistence. Bare hands feel every scratch, every sign of wear. After being healed, it is carried back like a sacred relic. Sometimes the patient is an entire colossal machine. It lies there, silent among its brethren. Even the most ornately decorated trucks need healing sometimes. Inside the container, major surgery is underway. A huge component, a part of the machine's soul. The strength of the collective is the only thing that can move it. Every step must be coordinated and careful. A mechanic in silence performs his part. The only sound is the turning of a wrench, a quiet conversation with steel. Day fades, but the work does not end. For every machine that is healed, another arrives broken. It is a river of steel and sorrow flowing endlessly to our door. A dismantled excavator awaits a new journey. Its heart is checked, every hydraulic vessel. The cylinders, the machine's muscles, are handled with care. Its arm is placed in a temporary resting place. The radiator, its lungs, is also carefully removed. The cabin, the control brain, is separated from the body. On the ground, the parts lie still like relics. Under the machine, a world of meticulousness and focus. The guard is installed like a new piece of armor. Even the demolition hammer needs to be cared for. The bucket, with its complex details, is being inspected. The track, which has crossed all terrains, is being restored. Each link is a story of journeys past. When completely dismantled, it's just a silent strip of metal. And then the moment of revival. The giant has awakened. But not every story has such a happy ending. Amidst the traffic, another truck still rolls proudly. As for this tanker, it has finished telling its story. Its final journey is on the back of a tow truck. Its public life is over. Now, its final private transformation begins. The tanker lies there, a body deformed by impact. The front is mangled, a testament to the fragility of steel. Meanwhile, another life goes on, laden with burdens. The peeling paint reveals rust like old scars. The work now is not to heal, but to perform an autopsy. The outer shell is cut open to release what remains inside. The metal sheets that were once a whole are now separated. Against the rust, new welds are a sign of another life. Under the fire of the night, the transformation takes place. Only the chassis remains, a bare skeleton. The engine, its heart, will be reborn in another body. It is carried away, a precious legacy. The crane lifts it up, a solemn ceremony. The fuel tank, its stomach, is also saved. The chassis begins to be repaired, preparing for a new form. The hammer sounds, reshaping what was bent. And then a new skeleton is assembled from the legacy of the old. The final details are being completed. The strong welds are a commitment to a sustainable future. The frame is ready, a sculpture of rebirth. Each bar of steel, honed and polished, is more than just metal. It is a vertebra for a future giant. The collaboration is silent. Only actions speak. Under the nightlight, meticulousness is even more valued. The completed chassis lies in wait for its soul. The engine is brought in, the heart is placed in the chest. Each bolt is tightened with absolute focus. The hydraulic vessels are connected, ready to transmit life. The wheels, the legs are summoned. This is the kingdom of giants, sleeping and awaiting rebirth. The engine is placed in its position with reverence. The assembly process is a symphony of coordination. The rear axle, the spine, is put into place. The chassis is almost complete, a sculpture of endurance. Precision is the deciding factor between success and failure. The front axle is installed, completing the machine's skeleton. Every part, no matter how small, has its role. And now it is complete, clean, and tidy. On its new coat, another sole is painted, and then the cycle continues again. Another axle breaks, another sole cries for help. The bearing is damaged, a greasy heartbreak. Under the truck, in the darkness, the mechanics begin their work again. They fight the stubbornness of metal with an iron bar. The red jack is the fulcrum for an entire giant. Each bolt removed brings them closer to the heart of the problem. The wound is exposed, dark and weary. The work requires lying beneath the weight of tons of metal. The axle is freed, bearing the scars of time. A single mechanic facing the challenge alone. Focus is the only weapon. Little by little, he is getting closer to the goal. And then the strength of the collective is needed once more. The axle is cleaned, prepared for surgery. This is the process of purification before rebirth. All the dirt of the past must be removed. On the lathe, a cosmetic surgery for metal. Excess metal is shaved away, revealing a healthy core. The shaping process is precise down to the last detail. The final product is a testament to skill and patience. The axle is measured, diagnosed before treatment, and then the flame is lit again, blinding in the darkness. The weld glows red hot, a stream of molten metal blood. The dismantled part lies there, waiting to be reconnected. The work is done on a simple stand. Sparks and smoke rise again, a dance of regeneration. The hammer lies nearby, ready for the final shaping. The new weld is silver, standing out against the rust of the past. Two men, one works, one watches, a silent trust. Under the streetlights, the axle is brought back. It is placed on a small cart, a humble transport. Securing it also requires the coordination of many. Under the truck, in darkness and grease, the installation begins. Bolt by bolt, they are reconnected. The old, dirty suspension system waits to be revived. The brake system, a critical component, is also tended to. Everything must be reconnected perfectly. Two mechanics work together, a wordless understanding. Every detail of the brake system is double-checked. And the final bolt is tightened, ending a surgery. The work begins by cleaning a small part. The mechanic's hands are installing a new life. The wheel is lifted, preparing for the change. A small metal wire, an unexpectedly important detail. The hammer is used to dismantle what is old. Two men, a collaboration in heavy labor. Modern technology makes the job faster. and then another tragedy on the road. The damaged vehicles are loaded onto another truck. The front is destroyed, a reminder of the brutality. The orange crane, the cleanup giant, appears again. It is lifting a part of a life that has ended. The old and dirty engine, a heart that has stopped beating. The process of transporting what remains is underway. A group of people watch, a silent condolence. Coordination between the crane and people is necessary. Piece by piece, the tragedy is lifted away. The damaged body, no longer whole. The crowd is curious, but there is also empathy. The deformed suspension, evidence of the impact. The torch cuts through the rusty metal, beginning the process of transformation. The old truck is being dissected. Under the night, the sparks create a brilliant display. The chassis is dismantled by a team of men. The hammer sounds an effort to repair. 3 men, a seamless collaboration. Even the old mechanic works tirelessly. The vehicle is lifted, a majestic sight. The cabin is removed, a complex job. The torch is used again to cut away what is left. The hammering continues, a respectable persistence. The rusty frame, a beauty of destruction. Two men, with a pair of pliers, perform a meticulous task. The welder is used again, a masterful skill. Collaboration is the key to completing the job. The work is difficult and arduous, but it does not discourage them. Every small detail must be handled with care. Focus is necessary to ensure safety. A group of men, a common goal. The work continues, a cycle of creation. The metal plate is bent, creating a new shape. The steel bar is drilled, preparing for connection. The grinder smooths the rough surfaces. Sparks fly, a beautiful sight. The chassis gradually takes shape on the ground. 2 mechanics are assembling the parts of the chassis. The large steel bar is carefully honed. Precise measurement is a critical factor. The large metal plate is smoothed, ready for assembly. An overview of the chassis being assembled. The torch is used to weld the holes in the metal plate. Hammers and pliers are used to drive in the rivets. The strong rivets, a guarantee of durability. A mechanical part is assembled onto the chassis. Another part, a piece of the suspension system, is installed. 2 mechanics move a part of the chassis together. They lift a large part of the chassis up. The wheel is installed onto the truck chassis. The suspension system is adjusted and assembled. Another part of the suspension system is handled. The chassis is lifted, ready for inspection. The suspension system is thoroughly checked. The hammer is used to reshape the chassis. 2 men work together to repair a joint. The paint gun is used to finish the job. A very special thank you to the owner of the YouTube channel at Pak Mechanics for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoyed this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.